far too D2 guys.
Thank you, Magic Trash Can.
What's up, dog?
I'm a computer.
What?
Ah! Why do you awaken me without skin? No. Ah!
All it. Enjoy. It's like God's vagina.
Oh.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! Fuck, we're all dead! Get the fuck out!
What the fuck? What the fuck? You're relieved you don't have to go to work because you thought you were gonna get eaten? What the fuck is this world? What have they done to us? What did they do to us? Too much fucking shit on me, I can't breathe. Why?
$1 million.
How can I take your order?
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 fries, 55 Coke, 100 tater tots, 100 pizzas, 100 tenders, 100 meatballs, 100 coffees, 55 wings, 55 steaks, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
What's up, everybody? I'm piggybacking off of displaying model behaviors, and I think Laserpants also had a leak list. I think that's what Dave said. If not, shout out to Laserpants anyway, because I put him in the title. But yeah, there was a leak list of some import Marvel figures, stuff that you wouldn't expect from one company, and then a whole bunch of craziness from another one. And the smaller leak list is the SH Figure Arts. So I guess we'll talk about those first. The couple, apparently they're making an Agent Coulson, MCU Agent Coulson, SH Figure Arts. So Bandai's making that. And I think they're making a Black Widow. They're making Coulson and Black Widow, and this is the crazy thing that SH Figure Arts is doing, because they don't normally dip their toes into the comic book Marvel stuff. Normally it's the movies, like the MCU movies, the Spider-Man, all that kind of stuff. It's not normal comic book stuff for SH Figure Arts, and that's because licenses and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to iron out the details, I guess, when it has multiple companies making stuff in the same scale. But the rumor is, for SH Figure Arts, they're going to do the main 4 power hitters of the Avengers, which is to say a comic book Captain America, a comic book Thor, a comic book Iron Man, and a comic book Hulk. So we have the Maximum Hulk coming from Marvel Legends. We have the Mezco Incredible Hulk that's coming out. And now apparently SH Figure Arts is going to make Hulk in the comic book style, which is kind of crazy. That's not something I had on my bingo card, was SH Figure Arts doing straight up comic book Marvel figures, because I feel like the 6-inch Marvel stuff is locked down pretty tight between mafex and Marvel Legends themselves when it comes to that. But obviously SH Figure Arts worked out some kind of deal. This is the rumors that are coming down, which is pretty interesting, I would say. Am I going to get SH Figure Arts comic book Marvel figures? Probably not, because listen, tariffs off, tariffs on aside, the prices are going to go up. Import prices are going to go up. I'm going to stick with my Marvel Legends when it comes to comic book Marvel stuff. So yeah, that's the rumor mill for the SH Figure Arts stuff. Agent Coulson, Black Widow, MCU. Comic book, Thor, Captain America, Hulk, and Iron Man. So that's crazy as far as SH Figure Arts goes. But now we can talk about the mafex because it's mafex, not mafex. It's mafex. But we can talk about the mafex Marvel leak. And mafex has done some Marvel stuff in the past. There's mostly Spider-Man. I have the mafex Spider-Man, which is absolutely one of the best Spider-Man that you can get at that price. I think that on articulation, the Maximum Spider-Man edges it out ever so slightly, just a tiny little bit. It's just got that much more range, and I also am not worried about fucking up the Maximum Spider-Man when I'm articulating it. So, mafex is known for the Marvel Spider-Man comic book stuff, but apparently, y'all, there's some crazy shit coming from mafex. And yes, way. That's what I've heard. That's what the rumors are, and you can check out Display Model Behavior stream from this morning because he talked about it, and I believe Laserpants also dropped the news first. But I found the mafex leak list on Reddit, so that's where I'm getting my source from. I'm not going off of memory because that would be stupid because I'm going to forget shit. And it is about damn time they made some comic book figures, at least SH Figure Arts. It's been a long time coming, but I didn't see it coming. I didn't think it would happen. What's up, Derek? Welcome. Just talking about the leaks that everyone's talking about right now. I haven't watched that yet. I really need to see the teaser. I really do. Hey, Cincy. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate the like. And you missed Dave's stream, so check the replay. Were you there this morning? No, you're probably working. Check the replay if you want a more in-depth, better leak list drop. But thank you for stopping in. I appreciate the like. And everyone, I don't usually ask this because I forget. Smash the like button. We've got 8 people watching, so we should have at least 8 likes by now. And by the way, if you weren't watching Figure Fight Club last night, we'll take a breather here before we get to the mafex leaks. So if you weren't watching Figure Fight Club's Tuesday night open mic stream last night, we got 2 of my friends up to a subscriber benchmark. Maximilian Tucker, Max, he hits 100 subscribers, which he deserves way more. It's a crime that was the benchmark and it wasn't 1,000. And then Tal of 1980 Collects, he hit 300 subscribers. So congrats to them. And then after that, I hit 3,400. So now we're at 3,402. So we are 98 subscribers away from giving away the retro card Maximum Venom. I made that video 7 months ago expecting I would give it away in like 4 or 5 months. It's been a fucking slog. But I feel like once we hit 35, we'll hit 4,000 really quick. And then at that point, we're going to give away the mafex Spider-Man, which is missing his web thwippers, but you're still getting a mafex Spider-Man. It's the one that Big Bad Toy Store sent me first. I got the replacement. And, you could even get I don't know if you could get, but the CT Toys Spider-Man hands work as well for that. So you could just find those on cheap for eBay, those hands specifically on eBay and pick those up. And then once we hit 5K, if we ever fucking do, we are going to give away the Mezco Spider-Man. But we hit 3,400. Max hit 100. Talib hit 300. And then, because they hit those benchmarks, Abby, Figure Fight Club, was doing a giveaway of the Mezco Morbius. And guess who won the Mezco Morbius? Guess who won? This bitch. So, Rowdy has a Mezco Morbius coming, and I will be doing a review on that, obviously. And I'm very appreciative that I won something that I really wanted, because it was up for grabs last week and nobody picked that when they won. So Abby gave it away again and I finally won. I finally won something. So if that's the only thing I win on one of these giveaways, I'm a happy girl, because apparently that Mezco Morbius is a top tier figure. So, all right, with all that out of the way, Dunduns, well, let's say hi really quick. Ray, hello. And yes, new leaks. We're about to get into the mafex leaks right now. We're going to start talking about them. All right. So the first leak for mafex is that I'm seeing right here is an MCU Hulk. So that means, and I'm hoping it's an Endgame Hulk. I'm hoping it's Hulk from the end of the movie after he's used the Infinity Gauntlet in the battle for Endgame at the end of Endgame, because we don't have that version of Hulk. I have the Diamond Select one, but he doesn't have the messed up arm. So we need that Hulk. So hopefully the mafex Hulk is Endgame Hulk, smart Hulk with damaged arms, swappable, all that shit. I'm really, crossing my fingers for that one. And if it is, I will probably pick it up, even though my whole endgame shelf is Marvel Legends again at this point. We need an endgame Hulk, and Marvel Legends Hasbro has not done it yet. So it's just one of those things. I want to have my endgame shelf looking accurate. All right, so now here comes the comic book shit. Are y'all ready? Because it's gonna get a little bit crazy. All right, so we have some of these. Okay, so the first one that I'm seeing right here that really pops out to me is a Jim Lee Beast. So mafex is going to make a Beast figure, and that's pretty dang cool in my opinion. I have Beast, but the Beast, the Marvel Legends Beast, is about the same price as what a mafex would be now, like $100 on eBay. Either the retro card one or the, I think it's Juggernaut Bath Beast. And of course, this one's going to be pinless and have all the bells and whistles, way more accessories than any other would have. But it's something that people are going to buy because Jim Lee Beast mafex, that's great. Everyone can get on board with that. I'm not saying I'm going to get it, but I can definitely get on board with mafex making more X-Men. Apparently, also, they're going to make... So most of these are... I want to preface this by saying most of this is Jim Lee. But Jim Lee Nightcrawler. Good old Kurt Wagner. There it was. I messed it up for a second. But apparently they're going to make a Jim Lee Nightcrawler with mafex. So hopefully that means wired tail, unlike the Marvel Legends updated one, which doesn't have one. The Toy Biz one did, but the new one doesn't. You need a wired tail for Nightcrawler. He needs to be able to hold a sword, etc. And maybe they'll even give us like a swappable tip of his tail to like actually hold stuff. That would be really cool. And this is all Jim Lee, so you can picture exactly what it's going to look like. It's going to look like X-Men, the animated series, but not animated, because those were essentially all Jim Lee costumes throughout the first run of the show. And I know the new one is up now. Apparently we're going to get a Jim Lee Archangel. So that's pretty dang cool. I skipped on the Marvel Legends Archangel way back because I didn't really need the Heralds of Apocalypse at that point. And I have Apocalypse, but like I don't really need them. I'm not really a Heralds fan. I haven't really read anything about the Heralds. I just know that Gambit and Archangel and a bunch of other mutants become like Death and so and Wolverine even at some point becomes a Herald of not a Herald, one of the Horsemen of Apocalypse. But Jim Lee Archangel is an old figure. It's a very old figure. So a lot of people don't have it, or they were just waiting for Marvel Legends to make a new one. And you know what? If mafex beats them to the punch, and I would say that before, actually no, because mafex is kind of like pretty similar in scale to Marvel Legends in some things. Like their mafex Spider-Man is pretty dang good. Almost the same height as Maximum Spider-Man, if not within like a milli-inch that you can't even see with the naked eye. So, you know, the mafex height is pretty good. So a lot of these mafex comic book releases could definitely be stand-ins for the Marvel Legends figures that you don't have in your collection. Speaking of Marvel Legends figures that people don't have in their collection, and also shiny things, because I like shiny things, and I don't think the Marvel Legends one is shiny enough. How about a deluxe Jim Lee Colossus from mafex? Like, what would that entail? Because, you know, Colossus is supposed to be like 7'2", something like that. He's really tall. So you give us a big old shiny, because I know mafex just released that Mandalorian, the Star Wars Celebration in Japan, Mandalorian with the shiny armor. If mafex decided to release Colossus shiny like that, who the hell wouldn't want to buy that? Honestly. Plus that Marvel Legends one is pricey. I know they re-released the 2-pack maybe a year or so ago. But come on, a shiny, and I'm not saying I'm not going to get any of these, but like I'm not going all in, that's for sure. and I'd like to keep my Marvel Legends together. And if I'm getting mafex, that would mean I would have to get more mafex. And I don't want to like be like, okay, I have my Jim Lee X-Men team on my Marvel Legends shelf. Now let me get a mafex shelf, because in this economy, no, we can't do that. I know, right? Shiny Colossus, that would be great. So another thing that I heard, a little bird said there's going to be a comic book Punisher by mafex. So for anyone who once again missed out on a fucking 2-pack, the Mr. Penis Hand and Punisher 2-pack, I can imagine that this mafex Punisher will be in the classic black bodysuit, white skull, white belt, white go-go boots, white gloves, with, because this is mafex, I'm hoping they will give him a wired trench coat and then a swappable head with the white bandana, without the white bandana, in both variations, with them both being like, rah, and then with a neutral face, because Marvel Legends gave you a screaming head Punisher in the normal face, or the yelling face, and then the neutral head had the bandana. And I wanted that shit to be swapped. So hopefully mafex does shit the right way and gives us a Punisher with a wired coat, neutral and angry faces for both of the looks, the headband, the no headband, a bunch of weapons, some grenades, some explosion effects, some blood effects, and everyone needs a really good Punisher figure. Everyone needs a good Punisher figure, and that Marvel Legends Punisher figure is no slouch. I love that 2-pack Punisher, but that being said, I would love that Punisher 2-pack even more if he had white boots, white gloves, and a white belt. I like the Warzone Punisher War Journal Punisher Warzone with the mostly black, but I also love me my classic looks for characters, even if they're a little cheesy looking. When an action figure does it right, that shit hits. So it shouldn't matter if it's a little cheesy. Let me see what else we have here. Okay, this one is interesting, because now if they make this figure, are they going to make his bike as well? Because we just got the bike. You can actually see it directly behind this hand. Let me see if I can. And this is green screen, so it's a little hard. I'm touching it. Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider. mafex is making Danny Ketch. So when they say they're making Danny Ketch, does that mean that they're going to make the motorcycle, or are they going to just make Danny? Like, what does that mean, mafex? Then I guess we're gonna have to fucking wait to find out. Some of these we've already got on this list. I may need to find a new list. Hold on. This has some of the new stuff, and then some, like I said, old stuff. So, Marvel list. Because I know there's more. Oh, I know. There's another one. Give me a second. Yeah, this one's not new. So let's go back to mafex /mafex. Damn, I can't find the list. I may have to go and find a video and look for it. But another one that's coming out is a mafex Jim Lee Iceman, and I think I would hope that they could do it in clear plastic, but Dave brought up some points in his stream displaying model behavior. I'll shout him out as much as I want because he's my friend, and I love his channel, and I stole this stream from him, so I gotta give him credit. But he said that the clear plastic has issues. Like, it can be either really gummy or really brittle, and those are valid. So I'm hoping maybe what they'll do is kind of make it clear, but mix some like blue, like light blue into the clear plastic, and maybe add some, I don't know. Just try to make it look icy while not making it so weak. Because I think a mafex Iceman, if they do it right with like the parts effects and all that shit, could be killer. That would be And because I still don't think that Marvel Legends has a great Iceman. I have the old retro card one that's clear. And then they released the Amazing Friends 3-pack, and that Iceman is just ass. It's on the Pizza Spidey body, which makes him gangly and weird. He has a giant head. They only did cell shading on him and not on Firestar and Spider-Man, thankfully, because I wouldn't want a cell shaded Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. That's why I didn't get the Walmart one. But Jim Lee Iceman, Jim Lee Colossus. I'm seeing Jim Lee Rogue, but there's already a mafex Rogue, so maybe there's a reissue coming on that. And I'm also seeing on this list Black Cat. So a mafex Black Cat would be pretty dang cool. I don't know about y'all, but Marvel Legends once again has shit the bed when it comes to some of these characters. Like the Black Cat that we have from Marvel Legends is not great. Even the newer one on the retro card is not great. And it's they could re-release they could make a new Black Widow on the Black Cat on the deluxe Black Widow body. All they would need to do is change the torso and give her some furry go-go boots. Obviously, but who knows when, because they just did the stupid Game Reverse Black Cat instead of a new comic book one. So that's the Black Cat that we're probably going to get for the next 5 fucking years. So a mafex Black Cat would be pretty cool, and I think it would scale with Marvel Legends. And once again, I don't want to mix my Legends shelf with other stuff because it's so pure with the Hasbro figures behind me. But when you have shit figures and you need something better, that's what the leaks are for, and the upgrades and imports and all that stuff. Oh yeah, oil leaks in cars and sinks. Yeah, but those do suck. My girlfriend's truck had a coolant leak for the longest time, and I'm pretty sure we finally fixed that shit. And when we got the truck, it blew a head gasket. So coolant leaks, not something we want to see on that truck. It's the 1983. It's completely redone F-150. So I don't want anything to happen to that shit. Hopefully mafex will do frosted plastic like Hot Toys lightsaber blades for Iceman. Yeah, frosted plastic would be cool. It's valid that clear plastic can get gummy or brittle, and nobody wants to get a brand new mafex figure and have that shit just disintegrate into dust in your hands. And I'm also seeing that they're going to do, we already have the comic Daredevil. I'm seeing that comic book Daredevil, comic book Captain America. I don't think that we've seen any solicitations of a comic book Winter Soldier from mafex yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm seeing that on this list as well. And we have an okay comic Winter Soldier from Marvel Legends. We also have a decent Bucky Cap I like that Bucky Cap figure. It's more than decent, the upgraded one. So a mafex Winter Soldier, I'm sure that's something a lot of people need. So, excuse me, I'm drinking a Monster. It makes me burp. And that's the thing too. Clear plastic, sometimes it looks cheap. It's really cool. I love the clear plastic gimmick. I think that Praetorian Wraith is really cool. That's the Valaverse exclusive for the cons right now. That's a cool looking figure. If it's done right, it looks cool. But also, some figures just look cheap being in clear plastic. And I think that that Legends one looks so cheap. Fallout. Oh, so okay. Here's something else that I saw, and I don't know if this is legitimate, if it's actually going to happen. But so McFarlane has the license for Fallout. And last year for season 1, they released their posed figures, statues of Fallout. And I saw a solicitation at one of the cons. There's no prototypes, no nothing like that. But apparently McFarlane is going to make articulated Fallout figures, and it's just like, I would prefer anybody else to make articulated Fallout figures other than you, Todd McFarlane. But of course, you lost the DC license because you suck. So you have to try to scoop up as many other licenses as you can to supplement. And fuck you for that, because a lot of people like myself and Fallout fan here have been waiting for 6-inch articulated Fallout figures from a decent company for a long time. Like someone like Jada or Haya or something like that. Like, even if they're a little bit more expensive, I would prefer if you made, even if they were from the show, like I'd prefer game figures. I'd prefer like you make a male protagonist, a female protagonist with different heads and all that shit. But that's not the world we live in because everyone has their own character in Fallout. So if you're going to do them based on the show, if you're just making characters from the games that are NPCs, I would want someone good to make that, not Todd McFarlane. The man can't even get his new Spawn movie made. That shit is never going to happen. He's like, oh, we've been working on this movie since 2016, and we've been working with Legendary. Now we're working with A24. Now we're working with your mom, and now we're working with your dad, and we're going to everyone and trying to get them to fund this fucking movie, and it's never going to get made because I just can't make anything right. So I do not have any confidence that Todd Spawn movie is ever going to come out. So all we're going to get is either shitty pose figures or shitty 7-inch, barely articulated, crappy figures. So there's another leak for you, or another soon-to-be fever dream, Jokerized Fallout. Well, the thing is, if he loses the DC license, he can't do Jokerized shit anymore. Thank fuck. They also had the Doom license for all, and I have that Doomslayer figure, and that Doomslayer figure is not terrible. Is its articulation awful? Yes. But it's a solid figure. He feels like a decent piece of plastic, unlike the DC Multiverse stuff. And I think they still have the Doom license, unfortunately. I think that's what we all want. We all need a black cat that's at least a little bit busty. Not like so much our fucking back hurts, because trust me, your back will hurt if your boobs are that big. I don't care what you think. That hurts. That shit is painful, even with a good bra. The worst thing that can happen to Rowdy is McFarlane getting the Marvel license. Well, thankfully, that shit's been extended for another 5 years between Disney and Hasbro. So I won't need to worry about that for a while, Dens. And I'm glad that you got your Action Force box. You'll have to hop on to the next open mic and show that shit off. Because you got a lot of stuff. I'm jealous. The Doomicorn figure goes well with the Deadpool. Doomicorn. I'm drawing a blank on that, Derek. Okay, so back to the leaks that we're getting. Apparently, we're also getting a comic Spider-Man 2.0, which, okay, mafex, take my money. I will get the 2.0 Spider-Man. I love the first one. Just give us a John Romita Sr. head and a Steve Ditko head, and maybe even a Humberto Rema's head. I didn't say his name right. And it'll be the best Spider-Man figure that's ever been made. Because the thing that sucks, Humberto Ramos. The thing that sucks about Maximum is we get a kind of Todd head and then a kind of Bagley head and a kind of Ramos head, but they're not like specifically any of those. They're just as close as you can get with being like, you could say that's that, but you could also say it's something else. And I would also like, the height on the mafex Spider-Man is perfect, but I want a less gangly mafex Spider-Man, if you know what I'm saying. Like, so not so long in the limbs, maybe a little bit stouter, a little bit more bulky in the torso, like the Maximum Spider-Man, because he's short, he's a little skinny ripped, and his arms and legs aren't all spindly. And that's the one problem I have with the mafex, is he's very long. Like, he just feels long. I know the height doesn't show it, but he's a long Spider-Man. I think it will unlock a suit. It was unlock suit in Doom 2016. The figure? Or what? Oh, the unicorn version. Oh, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about now. So yeah, comic Spider-Man 2.0. And then we're getting of course we're gonna get a Netflix Daredevil and Punisher from mafex as well. That's all that I'm seeing on this list, and it hit a lot of the shit that Dave talked about, so I'm guessing it's mostly accurate. There's some, is there, yeah, that was from a couple months ago, so this is an older leak list, but apparently some of these leaks are accurate because this is some stuff that's still coming. I don't know if Dave mentioned the black cat, so that may be something that isn't. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for specifically. Not all time. I need past week. Yeah, nothing. Okay, I don't know where they got that list from. They, like, whoever got it first apparently pulled it out of some magic ether, because I don't have a full list. I just have one from a couple months ago that has a lot of the stuff that he had. So that's all the leaks that we have for today, at least for me to talk about, because a lot of the other stuff is stuff that's already been released, already been solicited. But I don't think I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna hang out with my girlfriend. I'm just gonna go for a little bit. There is some new pre-orders on Big Bad Toy Store, so I do want to check those out because some of the shit's crazy looking. All right, share screen. Screen one, allow. All right. So these are cool. I think this is Storm, right? No, these are Joy Toy. These are 1/18th. King of Fighters 1/18th stuff. That's really interesting. I don't know King of Fighters, but I saw these and I thought they were Storm. Not in my wheelhouse, not in my scale, but see you later, Denzens. Yes, everyone, smash like Denzens said. I like his hair. I thought this, at first glance, I thought it was the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure figures, and I was like, are those up for pre-order? Because I just want the female JoJo, Josephine. I just want her. I don't give a shit about the other ones. If you've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I haven't watched a whole lot of it, but that show is fucking crazy. Like, it's so the main bad guy is a vampire. Oh, I didn't mean to. The main bad guy is a vampire, and Joseph Joestar is his rival. The family's like rivals and stuff, and it just goes through the generations of the family as Dio is like having a grudge against his family. So it's an interesting show. It's like a vampire show, but not really, because the only thing about Dio is he wears a stone mask and then he's immortal. And then the rest is it's just like a fighting show. And they have these things called, what are they called? I don't know, but they like launch their projectile spirits and they fight each other later on. It's a wild show. Just like these things are kind of wild. But I am going to wrap up here in about, let's see, 10 more minutes. Because there's a couple of things that I saw that we haven't talked about. Like these new Operation Monster Force. These aren't new, but they're up for pre-order. And they're $36.99. A lot of this shit jumped up to $40. I don't know if they brought it back down or if it's because of what the figure is that it's cheaper. Well, there's an easy way to check. Yeah. Oh no, see, there's some $40 stuff. But everything was $40 for a while there. So it looks like Big Bad Toy Store dropped the price back down again, which is good because, ooh, holy shit. Ooh, of course they're $100 a piece. Look at these, y'all. You know what? I need to have my girlfriend print this. Fuck buying. Oh, it comes with 4. That's really cool. You know me. I would love to build more dioramas, and these would fit perfect in my warehouse. I'm gonna have to have her print some, and then I'll have fun painting them, and I can paint them on live stream. Yeah, I haven't painted shit in a long time. I love doing that. So yeah, I need her to print 112 shipping containers. There's an idea right there, because I am not spending $100. Yeah, well, it comes with 4, but yeah, $100 is crazy. And this is wild too. Look at this. High School Creations. Never heard of them. $100. An amazing thing, obviously. Like, this is really cool. But you can also make that shit yourself in the same scale. So I'm just saying. These are the things we think about now in this world of tariffs and tyranny, and who knows what tomorrow's going to bring. That's some cool stuff. Look at this. Unnamed Beverage Shop, 112. Hey, Fallout fan, this looks like some Fallout stuff right here. This looks like something you can make a Nuka-Cola display out of. Look at that. That's really cool. Toys. And that's not even $100. Thanks, High School Creations, for ripping everyone off. No, I'm not saying that. Those are cool products. If someone wants them, they'll buy them. Ew. Harry Potter. Ew. Potter. Harry Potter. Rest in peace to Alan Rickman. Die Hard, bad guy in Die Hard. If you didn't know, fuck Harry Potter shit. But I don't dislike Harry Potter fans. I just dislike J.K. Rowling, and I think she's a bad author. I think her books suck, and I think she fucking sucks. I think she's a fucking horrible person. But this does look like Alan Rickman. I don't know if that's real hair or like doll hair or what. Very nice likeness to the late great Alan Rickman. $634.99, y'all. So if that's what you want to do, is put 2 car payments into a figure, that's what you want to do. Now help me out here, y'all, because I have the original Captain Rex. This is Phase 1 Rex. And I just got hit with my pile of loot notification, and I have my card set up that's not an active card right now because I want to vet what I'm buying. And I have the original Rex. Do I need the Phase 1 Rex, y'all? I don't think I do. Is the head sculpt better? Is it live action looking? Yes, it is. Fuck. I didn't see that. But do I need it? And I wanna give the Black Series team some credit, because, by the way, if you're not a channel member, it's only 99 cents. But you can also wait until tomorrow, because my Savage Press video is up for channel members right now, and then it goes up for everyone on Thursday. But that is that is the best Black Series figure that they've released in the last 5 years. That Savage Opress is great, and it's going to be hard to top. I have Shock T and Luminari Undelli. Those are going to be my next 2 members' first videos. Haven't opened them yet. Haven't done anything with them. But that Savage Opress is fucking fantastic. And I know this is on the 2.0 clone body, so this is a way better figure as far as articulation and all that shit. But it's also Phase 1. I like Phase 2 better, and I already have Phase 2 Rex. Now, do I get this and then swap the pauldron in the head and then make this Phase 2 Rex? I don't think the blues will match. So once again, it's just like, do I get this? Probably not. I think I'm going to pass. I think I might talk myself out of it. As crazy as that is. But, it may be one of those figures that they super overproduced this time, and he may go out on clearance. So you never know with that kind of shit. But that being said, y'all, we're going on 40 minutes. I burned through that leak list way too fast because I don't think I had the full list, but that's okay. Go check out Display Model Behavior stream from this morning if you want more in depth. Like I said, this is just me randomly being like, I can live stream right now. I'm not tired. And I do have the Rowdy rundown tomorrow. Not sure what the topic's going to be, but it's always fun in here. There's always people talking and chatting and all that stuff. So with all that being said, y'all, I give you my blessing to go enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all have a good one. I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.
I don't know what this is about, but if this is what sobriety is like, I'm going to smoke a big fat sack of crack.
Well, while you're relapsing, I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna have a better pad than you. I'll have job security.
Anakin, man! Since when did you become a total sellout?
I'll be the best dancer, too.
Oh, I see. If it's a dance fight you want, a dance fight you'll get.